ABC 10 News at 5 starts now.
The weather about to take a turn for the worse as crews spend a fourth day battling a massive wildfire in the East County. Good afternoon. I'm Kimberly Hunt in for Lindsay Pena.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. At last report, the Valley Fire was holding at just over 17,000 acres. It is 3% contained. 11 residences and 25 outbuildings. They have been destroyed. Evacuation orders, they are now in place for Barrett Lake Dam, the Corte Madera area, and South Pine Valley. Classes have also been canceled again tomorrow for the Hamul Dolzura Union School District. So let's begin our team coverage of the fire with ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala in Lawson Valley. Mimi.
And we are on Lyons Valley Road, one of the areas hit really hard by this fire. All around me for miles and miles, the land is just scorched. And you can see right up there, there are helicopters in the air. They've been doing airdrops to the surrounding areas throughout the day. Right now, the big concern is what could happen tonight. Before the wind picks up again, fire and county officials are really just asking everyone nearby to really have that evacuation plan in place. As firefighters continue to battle the Valley Fire in the East County, the concern grows over Santa Ana winds returning Tuesday night into Wednesday. CAL FIRE Captain Isaac Sanchez says right now the most important thing is for residents to be prepared to evacuate at any given moment. So far, more than 1,400 people have been told they need to leave their homes, with more evacuation warnings currently in place.
This is not something that you need to be doing at 2 o'clock in the morning with 40, 50, 60 mile an hour winds blowing down on you with fire coming along with it. The time to leave is now. Our job and our primary concern right now is to put this fire out. And if we have to pull resources away from the firefight in order to rescue folks that should have evacuated, that is having an adverse impact.
The goal right now is to get a containment line around this area in red, keeping the fire from spreading more.
And while we have focused tremendous effort on the west side of the fire, tonight the winds are going to blow and this fire is has the potential to burn.
In just a few days, the fire has exploded in size, burning thousands of acres of land and nearly a dozen homes, keeping hundreds of firefighters from different agencies busy working through the day and night. County Supervisor DIANNE Jacob, who represents the East County, urges neighbors to have a disaster preparedness plan in place now.
We've lost no lives. That's the main priority, is to save lives. So if you get an order to evacuate, leave, do not stay. Your life may depend on it.
And county and fire officials are really asking people to head to readysandiego.org and download the SD emergency app for these fire notifications if you do live nearby. Right now it is only 3% contained. We are expecting another update in the next hour or two. For now, we're live. Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
Thank you for that update, Mimi. So important. And unfortunately, the weather will not be cooperating. Meteorologist Angelica Campos is joining us now live with a look at the red flag conditions that firefighters will be dealing with out there. Angelica.
Hi, Kim. Typically, when we talk about a red flag warning, that basically means rapid spreading of any given fire. So that's basically the situation we're in right now. We're going to be looking at the temperature, the relative humidity, and the wind. And the wind is going to get stronger as we go into tonight. A red flag warning will be in effect until 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and it includes inland communities, mountains, our foothills, and the winds right now gusting up to 10 miles per hour in Alpine. They are mostly out of the west, so it's not terrible at this point, but we do expect the winds to continue strengthening as we go into tonight, potentially averaging from 30 to up to 40, possibly even 55 miles per hour overnight. It'll continue into the morning. The winds will improve, though, by tomorrow afternoon. We'll have much more in what to expect across the county in your 7-day forecast.
You're keeping a close eye on it. We'll check back, Angelica. Even if you don't live near the Valley Fire, you've probably noticed the changes in air quality. As ABC 10 News anchor Lindsay Pena explains, things happening hundreds of miles away can make a big impact here.
Even though the Valley Fire has created plenty of smoke in the San Diego area, it's not the only thing contributing to changes in our air quality.
Unfortunately for us, the change in the overall wind pattern has allowed most of the smoke from the fires in Northern California and Central California to be advected by the wind into Southern California.
Philip Gonzalez, meteorologist with the National Weather Service in San Diego, says the wind patterns are shifting over the next few days and expected to carry the smoke further east. But before that, the smoke from the Valley Fire may worsen in spots just west of the area.
They will have some unpleasant consequences as far as smoke and the concentration of smoke particulate matter in the atmosphere.
The National Weather Service uses several different models and techniques when it comes to tracking and forecasting the smoke patterns. But when there's this much, it's pretty clear.
It's such a high enough concentration that it's very easily visible on satellite imagery. Beyond that, we have numerical models that do produce a calculation of smoke dispersal.
Gonzalez does say the marine layer can make it challenging at times to determine exactly what's smoke and what's moisture. And even though there's a lot of smoke in California, the San Diego County Air Pollution Control District still puts our air quality in the good to moderate levels. But they do urge people close to the fire who can see or smell smoke to avoid outdoor activities. Lindsay Pena, ABC 10 News.
And health experts also warn that air quality issues could contribute to more cases of coronavirus. Polluted air can make people more vulnerable to developing respiratory conditions.
SDG&E says it may shut off power to reduce wildfire risk at any time. Nearly 17,000 households have been warned that they may lose power through Thursday. That includes people in Alpine, Mount Laguna, Palomar Mountain, Pine Valley, and Ramona. People are urged to make a plan for their family, their pets, and their livestock. Grid operators will make that decision based on the wind, the temperature, and humidity. You can stay on top of any new developments with the fire by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
And firefighters made quick work this afternoon of a brush fire off Highway 94 and the 15. It may have been sparked by a homeless encampment nearby. Flames moved quickly toward an apartment complex on Federal Boulevard, but firefighters stopped it in time. No structures were burned.
Turning now to the coronavirus, less than 30 minutes ago, San Diego State released new numbers of COVID cases. The number of confirmed and probable cases went from 286 yesterday to 400 today. Our Team 10 investigator Adam Merkusen looks into whether these college cases have an impact on our risk level with the state.
An eerily quiet start to the fall semester. San Diego State's campus mostly empty. The university is putting a pause on in-person instruction after a drastic increase in COVID-19 cases. The rising cases prompting anger with students.
It's really frustrating seeing all these people my age get COVID.
A parent of an SDSU student describing their anger in an email to 10 News. Writing, right now they are trying to paint a picture of having things under control, extending the stay home order, but peel back the layers and you have confusion, no one on the same page. At a virtual press conference last week, the head of the university talked about shifting the behavioral choices of students.
Working with the county and creating the type of environment that our students will make the right choices so that we can address this increase in COVID.
According to ABC News, health officials across the country are increasing their focus to college campuses as 30 states saw an uptick in COVID-19 cases. The rise, they say, fueled in part by students coming back to school. Right now, San Diego County's risk level is listed as substantial on the state's blueprint list. The lower level allowed many local businesses to somewhat reopen. The question, with college classes restarting, could cases on campuses impact the county's standing with the state?
Whether it's colleges or some of the reopened businesses or just folks who are openly defying public health orders, they're all contributing to what is a rising case count, and we need our case count to be going down, not up.
While not back in session until the end of the month, hundreds of students and faculty members at UCSD signed a letter asking the university not to bring back students to campus for the fall quarter, citing outbreaks at other universities. UCSD officials telling 10 News students have the choice to live on campus, off campus, or remain at home, as well as enroll in all remote, hybrid, or in-person courses. Adam Merkusen, ABC 10 News.
Supervisor Fletcher says students need to recognize the actions they take can potentially save lives and help the overall community.
Here are the latest numbers. The county just reported another 427 cases over 2 days, bringing our total to 41,000. There were also another 2 deaths, bringing that total to 709. 5 counties in California have moved up a tier in the state's new reopening plan guidance. San Diego is not one of them. But state officials say that they're looking closely at our testing data, which could impact our status down the road. Today, Governor Newsom warned the next 2 to 3 weeks following the Labor Day weekend could change things.
A large surge of transmissions tended to occur 2 to 3 weeks after, say, 4th of July, other holiday weekends. And as a consequence, we are very cautious in terms of our approach as we move forward. We are going to hold the line in terms of the approach we laid out in partnership with counties up and down the state.
Based on San Diego County metrics, we're still in Tier 2, the red tier, with a positive case rate of 5.8%.
Last month's Sturgis motorcycle rally in South Dakota may have caused 250,000 coronavirus cases. A group of economists used cell phone data to track the movements of people who attended that event, and they determined the rally could be responsible for 250,000 cases. That number has not been corroborated by epidemiologists. The 10-day event was attended by nearly 500,000 people with virtually no mask wearing or social distancing. One of the most prominent COVID-19 vaccine trials is now on hold. The phase 3 study from ASTRAZENECA was stopped after a participant in the UK had a serious adverse reaction to the vaccine. The exact nature of the reaction is not known, although the person reportedly is expected to recover. There are currently 9 vaccine candidates in phase 3 trials.
Mayor Kevin Faulconer stopped by Little Italy today to check out some businesses that have adapted to being outdoors. Faulconer spoke with owners to hear how they're staying afloat. And according to the city of San Diego, there are now over 200 businesses with permits to operate outside. It's all part of the city's streeteries or streetail to help owners keep their doors open.
It's all about providing a lifeline to keep great local businesses going, keeping customers safe, keeping employees safe.
The mayor encouraged any businesses that have not taken advantage of expanding outdoors to apply for a permit. Police are investigating after finding a teenager with a gunshot wound. Officers say they got several calls about 12:30 this afternoon about a shooting in the 7600 block of Viewcrest Drive in the Hamishaw-Lomita area. Well, that's when they discovered the teenage victim. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.